Investigators are now checking out dozens of leads about that pickup truck that was spotted near the scene where an Indiana University student vanished. Lauren Spirer, last seen June 3rd in Bloomington. And police have also just released a timeline of events leading up to her disappearance. Take a look at this. It begins a little before 2 a.m., tracking her from a sports bar, then to her apartment complex, later through an alley. And then she exits that alley a few minutes later, heading towards an empty lot. Then there's about a 1 hour or an hour and a half lapse in times that she's caught on surveillance camera until 4:30 in the morning. And that's by one of the city's main thoroughfares. And that's the last time that anyone spotted her. Let's bring in Rod Wheeler. He's a former D.C. homicide detective and a Fox News contributor to talk about all of this. Rod, great to see you. This timeline is fascinating. I mean, it shows her leaving the bar after 2 a.m., walking around the neighborhood back towards her apartment complex. But there is that strange hour and a half between 3 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. where I guess cameras haven't picked her up and friends didn't see her. What do you make of that?
You know, Allison, you're exactly right. And that's exactly what the police department is trying to figure out right now. What happened between that 1 hour, that 1 hour and a half, in which the last time, as we all know, that Lauren was seen. Now, the thing is with this white van, and it's so important to understand this, there was another building in that area, Allison, and the videotape on that building, the video camera on that building, picked up images of this white van driving around maybe 2 or 3 times in a circle in a block. And so the police are trying to figure out right now whether or not this white van, the one that you're showing right now, had something to do with the fact that Lauren is missing. In addition to that, if you look closely at that white van, there's like a tarp over the back cab of that white van. And the police are trying to figure out whether or not there was some evidence in that van that could be related to Lauren. They do not know that at this point, but that is one of the things that they're desperately trying to figure out, and also trying to figure out exactly who owns that white van.
Right. See, Rod, that's interesting because obviously that white pickup truck, van, flatbed, whatever you want to call it, is suspicious. But there's something else going on in this case, and it's what Lauren's parents have referred to and what sometimes the police have referred to. Lauren's mother said, "I'm addressing the people that know the answer to where Lauren is." It's as though she's sending a message, and sometimes it sounds like she's sending a message to Lauren's friends. Can you help us parse this and read between the lines?
You know, I've been looking at that very closely as well, because the police chief last week, he made a statement. He said, you know, we cannot force people to cooperate in this investigation. And he also said in his statement, Allison, that we can't bring people back if they don't want to come back. Now, when you read between the lines, what he's saying is that it's possible that there's somebody out there that has more information and they have not been cooperative. Now, what I suspect is that maybe these people have lawyered up. There's a lot of things going on with the 3 individuals, a guy named Rosenbaum, a guy Corey Ross, and then there's another guy named Mike Beth. These are the 3 guys that was last known to have been with Lauren, and the police are focusing on them as well as the people that they are associated with.
All right, well, let's hope that by bringing media attention to this case that we keep the pressure on whoever knows something. Rod Wheeler, thanks so much for your expertise.
Thank you, Allison.
On we move to 2012 and eyeing 3 X factors at the moment. The race for that nomination on the Republican side. Top of the list, Sarah Palin, followed by Texas Governor Rick Perry,